Pounders, we are back. And oh my God, did you guys see that Kendre Miller catch? If you guys are on the Kendre Miller roller coaster, like I have been this whole offseason, starting from the big board at like over 20%, he's been non-stop. And now, I mean, we're at a high point. We are at the tip of the roller coaster. This guy can catch. This guy can catch. We have 3 games without Alvin Kamara. He's going to get his chances. He's going to get his chances. And honestly, that's exciting. That's all you can ask for a rookie to earn that role. And it's a 3-headed backfield. So we'll sort of see. Howdy, Lucky 7, Whiteout. What's going on, fellas? If you guys haven't already, go down, drop a like on the live stream. If you guys want to get in these live drafts with us, hit the bell for notifications, raise your chances even more with the YouTube memberships. Ben is in here. We're drafting a Bestball Mania tournament. This is like number 138. Okay, I think we only have 1 pounder in here. Honestly, we might be lucky. We might be lucky. So we get the 9 spot. He says, let's go. Let's go, Ben. What's going on, brother? You got the last spot. Love that. Love that. So, man, who am I trying to target right now? We're trying to get some falling A-chain. I got him at 151. I got him at 146 earlier today. I have 3%. I wasn't a big A-chain guy, but I will draft him on the back end where I can get him at a cheaper price, no doubt. And I mean, I'm still trying to get Jeff Wilson. I think his ADP has just been wrong this whole time. We're making a small switch from Tank Bigsby, and I sent a tweet out later if you're not already following us on the Twitter machine. We are making a small switch from the Tank Bigsby because he's getting steamed up. Like ADP 124, but I've seen him getting reached upon like 115 range. And we're just drafting Tajay Spears. If you guys saw that Tajay Spears run, took it to the house, looked explosive, hopped over a dude. Love to see that. And he should be getting third down work relatively early in that offense in Tennessee. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But he definitely has a good chance to earn an early role on that team. Whiteout asked, do you think there will be another Pomeranian? Yeah, for sure. For sure there should be. Because those fill in like, 2 days? $3. There should be. I'm hoping for like a last-minute high-stakes tournament, like another one. We are going to be doing a $500 draft soon, so make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss that draft. We just did one with Drew 2 streams ago, so check that out if you haven't seen that yet. And we're just going to go Eckler or Diggs here. We're not going to do anything crazy. Eckler or Diggs. I wouldn't mind Eckler to 9, but Kincaid looks good in this offense. If you guys saw Kincaid, it looks like they're just going to pretty much use him like a big slot receiver. And that could mean a shit ton of targets for him. So we'll start this off with Diggs. Maybe we get Josh Allen to fall back to us at 33. It's kind of a pipe dream, but it does happen here and there, depending on the room. He'd have to fall 6 spots. Depending on the room. We see Jahmyr Gibbs going before Stevenson now. I think that's kind of tough. I mean, yeah, like Zeke comes in and it's going to affect Stevenson's goal line carries. Like, no doubt. Like, it will. Jahmyr Gibbs has David Montgomery there. Like, what are we doing? I think it's, if you want to put Gibbs right after Stevenson, like, I'm cool with that. If you want to put Jacobs after both of them, just because of the uncertainty, I'm cool with that too. But what are we doing here? I know what we're doing. We're scooping some Barkley at 16. We don't have to do anything unique here. We don't have to do anything unique just yet. Come on. I've never seen this. In 800 and probably 50 drafts, I have not seen this yet. That's wild. That's wild. Who went? Obviously Chase and CMC, like Kelsey. Did someone troll just like, oh, Mahomes? Man. Bijan and Tony Pollard. For Ben, a little double RB start there. Anyone doing anything unique? No. Everyone's just pretty much going off ADP so far. So back at 33 and 40, let's see who we're looking at here. And it's this range that sort of gets muddy, right? Like I'll gladly take Stevenson, especially as a bring back to the Diggs matchup. I'll gladly do that if he comes back to us. If Josh Allen falls, obviously we'll go that route too. CMC, then Kelsey. Come on. You're sitting there at 3, like so even like the 4 spot, they get Jamar Chase. Like that's even like a home run. That's a home run. Did you get falling value coming back to you in the second round? Because that's how you create a super unique start if you just scoop the value there. I think that stuff's interesting too in the puppy, where the tournament is just, it's so many people. In Bestball Mania, like now, if you've been keeping track of the ADPs and keeping track of where they've gone over the course of the season, which we do, which we have in our Discord, if you guys aren't already in it, in the cheat sheet section, we have JGFC dropped a tweet where he pretty much posted the starting ADPs for Bestball Mania 4. Link is in the description. Link is in the chat. If you're not already in our Discord, take advantage of that. And let's see. Yeah, so like early into Bestball Mania 4, where the tournament lasts like 3+ months, I'm not as interested in unique combos. More drafting off ADP, more drafting based on a rise. And then towards the end of the season, we can do some more unique starts that we know weren't available. I would hate to bring someone into this 3rd round, and then later in the offseason, they fall a full round to the 4th round. This guy's just pissing. Amari Cooper at 27, Calvin Ridley at 22. I saw Calvin Ridley is officially in the 2nd round with an ADP of 23.9. He's got steamed, like all aboard the big boy bus. He got steamed up. Wow. Let's see how this team looks at the end. Double RB with Mahomes. Let's see, 4 picks away. We could get Josh Allen. 3 picks away. Jeremy says, shit, I didn't see this or I'd be in. Let's go. We lucked out then. 2 picks away. 2 picks away from 1 pick away. Fantasy gods, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? It's fine. We'll go Stevenson, like I said, for this little mini stack, New England and Diggs. This man said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't blame him. Like, I'd scoop naked Josh Allen. Ben going with 3 RBs. Oh, that is a true alpha move right here. I'm guessing he's going to follow this by like 5 wide receivers. Jackson off the board. Oh, man. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? If we plan on going Mike Willie, we can try to get a falling Herbert. What's that, like 1 pick off his ADP? No, it's 4 picks off his ADP. So I guess that is correct, a falling Herbert. We can go Judy here, which I don't love the Judy pick. I'm not going to lie. We can go naked Fields, and then we can go receiver at 57 and 64. What's 57 look like? I like 57, 64. Let's go with Mike Willie here. Let's try to get the Herbert stack. Let's try to get the Herbert stack. We do have 3 teams with QBs to the left of us, and the biggest deciding factor for this choice is the Keenan Allen team is to my right. People snipe naked Herbert all the time. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But with the Keenan Allen selection to my right, we're going to get the next pick. We'll get next dibs. We'll see if Herbert falls 4 picks to us. And we have 3 teams to our left with QBs already. So, yeah, Seth, welcome to the live stream. No Cap Mac. What's going on, fellas? Welcome to the live stream. This is a BBM. We have 12 left after this. 12 left. I'm saving some for the 24-hour live stream if we hit the 1,000 subscribers before NFL kickoff, which, guys, we're on pace. I appreciate everyone showing love, whether that's likes or comments on the videos afterwards, hitting the sub button. That shit helps. Helps a lot. It don't cost a dime. It's like free t-shirts, just better. Benny, is this guy on auto? He might be on auto, which if he keeps selecting RBs, like that's going to help our team that we start double elite RB. Stevenson's elite. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. Stevenson's elite. Ah, man. Lucky. I knew you were the naked Herbert selector. I knew it was you. Imagine. No, Ben wouldn't let Justin Fields go past. But just imagine. This guy's on auto, I think. So let's keep an eye on Benny here. Pretty sure all those picks were after ADP, right? Yeah, Hall was. Jonathan Taylor was. So take a peek. Chris, welcome to the live stream. Says, you really want Everett and Johnston? That's clearly a bad take for Herbert. I mean, I don't think it's the worst take. I think it's thin because a lot of people are doing it. I really want one of the 2 elite receivers in the offense, but Burrow's off the board. Holy smokes. Dude, look at this slide on Fields. Disrespect. Remember when his ADP was like 49, 50? Scoop so much Fields in that range. Yeah, Fields goes at 51. I like this team so far. Although I would probably rather Kenneth Walker over Aaron Jones. Yeah, Chris, so true. Herbert gets sniped way too often. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Lucky, when you do that, are you also bringing in Palmer and just kind of playing around the narrative that Mike Williams or Keenan Allen get hurt, or they both get hurt? Like that, completely possible, entirely possible. This guy's gonna go naked Herbert, and I won't even be surprised. Yeah, yeah. Chris, it's hard to say like this is wrong. You know what I mean? Everyone has kind of like their own strategies. Go double elite QB. Be the ultimate troll. Okay. We get a Herbert stack. It's like 2 days in a row. What is happening? I got Herbert stacked 2 days in a row. For whatever reason, man, I got to just keep that going, get my exposures up. We should be at like 5% now, which is crazy low. I want to be probably at 10% Herbert, but I'd have to get him every single draft to get there. It's sad. All right, we do have to slap receiver with this next pick. And then our next 2 picks at 81 and 88, those are also fine ranges for RBs and receivers. Receiver gets a little thin at 88. We'll see what comes back to us. We'll gladly do this. Tyler Lockett coming for that Godwin ADP. Drew, I know you're watching this, Drew. Tyler Lockett coming for that ADP, man. He's coming for it. Let's see what this guy does. Kittle is 62. Pickens off the board. We can't go Gabe Davis with this team. We already have Diggs. If we plan on Gabe Davis and Diggs having a big game and Josh Allen's a rushing QB, like, how do you get there week 17 with both of them? Sure, you can maybe advance a low advance rate Stephon Diggs with a big Gabe Davis game week 16. That's just another narrative of thinking. But I think it's kind of a bet against one another. 441 teams is a big finals. Like, don't get it wrong. It's a big finals. I like our team so far. Super balanced. We do have to slap some more receivers before round 8. Need a couple more before round 9, actually. Like 105, that's where like the drop off is. If you're at 105 and you don't have your 4 core receivers, 4 or 5, it's looking pretty bad. I like the Expos. Lucky. This is a great offense to have high exposures to. And the Chargers have a great playoff schedule. Like, so sad. This is probably going to be my biggest mistake this offseason. And it's not for lack of trying. It's not because I didn't like him. It's because he's just been the hardest person to get, which is so weird. Because he's not a rushing QB, right? Where you can just take him naked. And then I was getting so much fallen like Trevor Lawrence to like late 70s, scooping Kirk and Calvin, and then waiting on Trevor Lawrence, and no one would select him. That was so easy. But you can't get Herbert when you get both the receivers. It's funny. McCaffrey, what's going on, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Hope your drafts are treating you well. The casuals are out here. Man, especially in the puppies. Look at this, man. Gino at 73. Man, I was going to target Gino as my second QB, but like maybe with like pick 112. He just picked Geno Smith before Trevor Lawrence. What? I got to take the headphones off. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot after that one. That's a take. This guy's got takes. Oh, my God. Start a YouTube channel, my man. With takes like that, make a killing. Geno is him, but that's a bit of a reach. Yeah, 40 picks. 40 picks is it's right around the range where you say, can I push him just a little bit? The casuals are out, and that was just right on cue. Right on cue there. James Conner's my click here. Brandon Cook's also my click here. Happened twice yesterday. If it happens again tonight, guess what? I'm not going to be mad. Teams after us, I mean, wide receiver looks like a need. This team's got 3. Let's go Cooks with this pick. I need another receiver. The insta pick on Kamara. Clearly didn't see the Kendra Miller catch. Dude can play. Dude can play. If Connor or Rashad White make it back to us, I think we go one of these two. If not, Maybe something like this. Connor off the board. Yeah, so they both get selected. Could go Pacheco here too, but that offense is starting to scare me a little bit. At running back. There's no way we can go Deshaun Watson here. We can go... Let's go Sutton here. We can try to make our... This is just the bring back here for this game, for the Chargers. Week 17 matchup against Denver. We'll bring in Sutton here as the tiebreaker between those two. I have a ton of Elijah Moore too, so it kind of clicks me off him as well. And maybe we can bring in our second QB. Like our second QB, I was kind of planning on Geno, but that's fine. We still have Dak. We still have Russ. And then, of course, all the late QBs. We can go like a naked A-Rich at Pick-a-Hundy if he falls to 105, which he sometimes does. And then you can bring in like an Alec Pierce, Josh Downs last round, stuff like that. Ooh, let's go. Gonzo crushing it. 22%, 16% on Spears and Tank. Yeah, I'm at 14% and 15%. But like I've been stressing, like those were the guys that were always going to rise in the offseason. We really put a stressor on that. What's crazy is the Khalil Herbert rise off that one play where like, I don't know, man, like Rashawn Johnson looks good. Like when he runs and he falls forward. Just an aggressive runner. You don't like to see him get stopped twice inside the 5-yard line, though. You do not like to see that for his goal line outlook, but we'll see. Just something to note right now. I still have a ton of Roschon, too. Ton of Kendre. And Kendre's been falling. Like when he falls to like 188, I think it's such an easy scoop. Such an easy scoop. Now that he's on the field, oh, God. I mean, I'm glad I have my Kendre shares. I'm not going to lie. 3 games without Kamara. Let's see what kind of role he can work out for himself. A-Chain's been falling a lot. So we'll see what happens in this room. This room doesn't take me as like the sharpest room. So I'm sure he'll go at ADP or before. Oh, man. Ben just shoots it down so quick. I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. Don't plan on Richardson at 105. All right, man. I mentally am unpreparing myself. I know what I'm going to do, though. We got a slight fall on Tua right now. And like this team, if you have Cooper Kupp, he's so dependent on Stafford to have a good season that I feel like you absolutely... Oh! He had other plans. I actually like this pairing of QBs too, but makes sense with Pittman. Damn, boy. Yeah, you guys are all sharp. You guys already have your rookie exposure to those RBs in the middle late rounds. Those are the upside clicks from last season where like Damian Pierce rose so far. Now he was the starter, but Rashawn Johnson, Kendre Miller, these guys can earn that role by the end of the season. They do have that upside. Tua and Trevor Lawrence and Patrick Mahomes. Oh, yeah. Lucky Seven's got 15% Bigsby. I love that. I freaking love that. 9% Spears. That looks good, too. A.J. Dillon, our boys off the board. We could go Treylon Burks if he makes it back to us. Ben has 2 receivers, so I'm guessing he scoops Burks or Bateman. I can't believe he was actually thinking about going a second QB here. Absolute lunatic. He goes Ingram. He goes a second tight end. Oh my God. What is happening? We have 5 receivers. Like we're strong at receiver. Okay, Burks is off the board. Let's make a small reach up. Let's bring in Danny Dimes. We're done at QB. We're strong at QB. We pair him with Barkley. We could do like a Tyler Higbee bring back. We'd do a Van Jeffy bring back. I took a chance. Obviously, I kind of want Zach Charbonnet to come back to me, but this team had 4 running backs. He said, yeah, why not? Let's add my 5th. Wait, what? These teams had 3. I thought they both had to go receiver, but that's fine. We can go tight end here too. Either Njoku or Freiermuth. I'll take, yes, we get one of the two. We get one of the two. Thoughts on Evan Ingram? I thought he should be basically going behind Njoku this whole time. So, I don't know. You add another weapon in Calvin Ridley. I still think this team's going to make a shit ton of red zone trips. So, Evan Ingram has that upside. We saw it. If you're pairing him with Hawkinson, like that's a really nice pairing. Like that's the perfect amount of draft capital spent at tight end. You have upside with both guys. You have Hawkinson, who's a steady guy as well. Like that's a great pairing, and Ingram can go off. See Kincaid go off right after. Bye week bros, close your eyes. But this guy makes it work with Gabe Davis and Kincaid. I like what he did there with Josh Allen. That could have been us. But you tripping. Let's see where Tank Bigsby goes here. $49 guys in the live stream. Let's go. If you guys haven't already, go down, drop a like on the live stream. Goal for this video is going to be 35 likes. We keep the goals, manageable. We keep them manageable. Chris says, Washington's one of my favorite round 18 picks when I go pick it. Just hoping for a late season surge. Darnell. Lineman. This guy's he's on auto. Every single pick's after ADP. This helps us. Like this guy having 3 elite QBs and then us having Herbert and Daniel Jones helps us. Sure, we have to catch up at running back, but we also have double elite RBs. It's a nice team. Nice shaped team right now. And Daniel Jones just so easy to stack on the back end. So easy. Nine picks away. Jalen Warren off the board. He's going to be someone we were looking at. He's getting steamed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2 times. 2 times in the playoffs. But yeah, Henry. Awesome. In the range he's going in, like he had, and this is early for him too. Like typically he goes on this side of the board. He just has the ability to pop off a 200-yard, 2-touchdown game. And with last season getting involved more in the passing game too, like you freaking love to see this. 33 catches for almost 400 yards. He almost cracked 2K total yards. Tajay Spears is coming in, so maybe they get him into the mix, but I don't think he's going to take over a large portion of Derrick Henry's job unless there's an injury there. Mostert at 123. This dude bought his fantasy football book. His magazine came in. His Bestball magazine. That's what we need to sell. We need to sell magazines. Frank, welcome to the live stream. The spoon himself. Everyone get the spoons out. Who do you rather have, Gabe Davis or George Pickens? It's a good question. It's a good question. I like them both. I really like them both. Probably want to have even exposure to both. Is Gabe Davis, though, is like Gabe Davis just the king of preseason? Like, this is what it's coming down to. If he has a, underwhelming season this year, he might just be the king of preseason. And like, we won't be fooled next year. Now, last year, I thought he's way too expensive. He's one of my favorite fades. I could go two ways here. Van Jeffy's off the board. Elijah Mitchell, Tyler Allgeier's coming up. If I can get Tyler Algier, am I cool with bringing Rice up? Because I have a ton of Nico Collins. Are we cool with dragging Rashee Rice up? I think so. Absolutely crushing it right now in KC. Hey, Paul, welcome to the live stream. It says maxed weekly winners. Let's go. And if you guys don't already know, that's the $15 contest where each week is its own individual week. And it pays out $20K for first, I believe, $10K for second. And it's 261,000 teams or 266,000 teams, something like that. And each week, your team plays. You draft the team just like this, and it plays for 17 weeks. Each one's its own individual tournament. So you have to shoot for the highest upside players. You're not drafting the Tyler Boyds. At least I'm not. Spider-Man. Spidey senses have entered the chat. This would be a good opportunity for us to bring in Tyler Higbee. Also would bring back in this Giants game. But I also badly need running backs. And I don't think I can skip this range of running backs. Let's bring in Algier. Came out with the starters in the preseason game. You love to see that. You love to see that. It's probably going to be a 5 running back build too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need one more receiver. It's most likely going to be 3 tight ends. And we're stopping at 2 QBs. So that's the balance right there. Last receiver is going to be one of the 100 mini men that are in the Giants offense to go along with Barkley and Jones. And then 2 tight ends. Honestly, like, I'm cool with. Don't be fooled by this Dulcich ADP. This dude's been free falling. He's been free falling. I've seen posts in our Discord that people are getting him at like 180. So if you guys aren't already in our Discord and you want to draft with me off stream, this is where all the pounders get together and we draft off stream together. Also posting news, Riser Followers channel. Basically just staying up to date. People are posting news on plays. If you didn't see the Kendry Miller catch, that's posted in the Risers and Followers channel. Laid out for it. Absolute great catch by Kendry. Laporta off the board before Schultz and Higbee. We're up in 9 picks. George Cook, welcome to the live stream, says, did I mess up my draft today taking Diggs over Cup at the 107? Probably. Diggs is like the safer pick, but I'm taking Cup there. If it's full point PPR, like 125%. If it's half point PPR, like 102%. But no, you didn't mess up. Like, in redraft, you don't win or lose based on the draft. Strongly believe that. This guy, man, this one's getting thrown out. At least he's getting another receiver here. I can say that. At least he's getting another receiver. 153. Dude, Zamir White's ADP, like, I'm completely ignoring him now. I have enough Zamir White at like 198, 210. Thank God. This guy's been scooping all the RBs. Yeah, A-Chain. So we don't know where A-Chain was going to fall to. We don't know where he's going to fall to. George, wide receiver 2 is Waddle. I love that. I love that. I feel like your lineup is solid. You got Tua, Diggs, Waddle, Pollard, Aaron Jones, Hawkinson, Drake London. Oh, you're crushing, dude. You're crushing. KJ Osborne's so disrespected. Ben, I could have guessed Ben was going TJ Chark here. I could have guessed. That's too funny. I'm between RB and tight end here. If we go, I really can I even afford to go tight end? I like Jiggy now that he's fallen this far. I should be able to get Singletary. Liam, it's going to depend on Liam, in my opinion. Let's bring in Chiggy here. We only need one more tight end. Dolchich off the board. We already had our Denver bring back. Rashawn Johnson. Ooh, that's not good. It's kind of planning on Flock not taking a running back there. Singletary's gone. Which means we can just reach up for Kendre or Jeff Wilson. Let's see what happens here. Honestly, like Jeff Wilson might be the play here, even with Singletary on the board. All right. So who's going to come back to us at 177? Okay, we can deal. We can work with this. We can work with this, fellas. We can work with this. We can definitely work with this. We're going to pull some tricks, fellas. Let's bring in Singletary. He looked great on third down for Houston. He made a great catch when he was blanketed. So, Kendre off the board. I think if I had 4 running backs already, like I'm clicking Kendre over Singletary here now, but we need a 4th RB. We need someone that was guaranteed to have a workload. So Singletary's going to be on the field. Yeah, Berg says I prefer Wilson to Singletary myself. Yeah, I can't fight you on that one. I definitely can't fight you on that one. I have so much Jeff Wilson though, so it's not the biggest loss for my portfolio. Coming up on 150, like a true D-gen. I know there's some D-gens in the chat. Sam Wise says you blew it. I doubt it. I doubt it. This going to be just fine. See Hodgins come back to us, or we can go a late Campbell or Slayton right here. That's going to be our last receiver for this team. It's over. You blew it. What movie? What movie is that from? Jeff Wilson off the board, 167. This team going basically like not even hero running back, but just 0 RB around Jalen Hurts and 5 strong receivers. I like it. I like it. Let's see what he does for his second QB. Is Purdy still there? Purdy's off the board. He could be trying to go Sam Howell. If he could get Sam Howell to come back to him, which 170, I don't know if you really want to reach that far, but we might see it because the QBs, people are fighting for QBs because this auto drafter has 3 of them. This team has 3. Drafted. No, it's an Adam Sandler movie. You blew it. Oop. Yes, sir, Berg. Yes, sir, Berg. Yeah, so he does make the reach on QB, 17 picks. When you know what people are going to do, it makes the game nice and easy. It's just like poker. Ooh, Gus was definitely someone we were going to be targeting. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. We might be in trouble. Yeah, Ben. Ben's got it. That's when Billy's classmate ruins his chances with that Veronica Vaughn. Oh, God. Ben's got me. Ben's got my back. All right. So what pick do we have? 177. We're not going one of these guys at 177. We could bring in Juwan. We could bring in Jake Fergie. I hate this so much. That movie does hold up so well. That's so well put. Oh, shit. Okay, he goes Amir. Ben's been slapping receivers the last few rounds, which he needs to. He goes Juwan Johnson here, wants to raise that expo. And we're going Tajay Spears. Perfect. Yeah, Tajay Spears, after ADP, after an explosive play, that, I mean, it definitely earns him snaps in the regular season. What he does with those snaps, entirely up to him. Entirely up to him. Kendra touchdown's always good news. It's always good news. It was from like what, the 6 or 7 yard line, so it wasn't even like he had to fall in. So a nice run by Kendra. The catch was even better, Adam. If you haven't seen the catch, unbelievable. Absolutely laid out for it. Dum. That's where we're at right now. Hyatt's way off the board, right? Where did Hyatt go? Because I didn't even see him fly off. Hyatt went at 166. Basically at ADP. I think we just try to push. I need another tight end. I think Henry, at least for me, helps this room. We'll have one pass catcher. It's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. And we'll hope basically one of these receivers comes back to us at 201. And if not, again, we'll figure it out. Should this have been a Bellinger pick? Like, what are you guys' thoughts on just sprinkling in some Bellinger as a third tight end? Had a touchdown preseason. He's going to be on the field. Waller, I don't want to jinx my Waller shares. I might not even say it. He's not the healthiest guy. He's not the healthiest guy in the NFL. Let's put it that way. Henry over Musgrave. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Henry over Musgrave. I have Musgrave probably behind Conklin. Definitely. Behind Conklin, ahead of Hurst. I'm what Liam Murphy would call a Hunter Henry stan, though. So I don't think you can listen to me. Yeah, Belly's a super interesting leverage click. And I've been doing that a lot in weekly winners. Just when I have dimes, and you don't even need another pass catcher. It's not the biggest deal. You can get Slayton or someone super late, and then just adding Bellinger. You leverage so much of the field because he's not being drafted. He's probably not drafted in 98, 99% of these drafts. So probably he'll end up like 2-3% owned. We have 2 picks left. So we're probably slapping another running back, huh? We're done at QB. We're done at tight end. We need one more receiver. We got 5 receivers before pick 90. We add Rice. If we kind of lean into Rice being a good number 1, especially for like end of season, we only need 1 more receiver. That's the way I sort of see this team. Mike Williams, Cooks, these are kind of blow up guys. They do probably have a lot of weeks where they just don't spike at all. Tyler Lockett was super consistent last year, though. For like a spike week receiver, he was super consistent. Cortland Sutton. So maybe we do need 2 receivers. Let's see who's on the board. Let's get past Ben before we say too much. Yeah, Rice looked good yesterday. I'm trying to scoop some more shares. I'm at 10%. So I'm not trying to panic catch up, but I'll select him within 10 picks of ADP. I'll go up to scoop Rice right now. Especially in that range of receivers, which kind of looks gross anyways. Jerome Ford falling too. Man. Let's do that. And then I think we can just basically do one of these two. I think we can just do one of these two. 72% full, 73% full. You got to figure like 69% of those drafters weren't drafting Chris Evans. ETR had steamed up Travion Williams. The other half of the world was on Chase Brown. There was no in between. Hayden Winks, I think. Man, I don't want to misquote. We were on Chase Brown. Man, he did not make the most of his opportunities in preseason. Hate to see that. Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Ben's in the chat. I'm not trying to bring any negative juju here. Any update? No update on the Chuba injury. If Chris Evans goes, like, we'll gladly go receiver. Barkley, Stevenson, Algier, Singletary, and Tajay Spears. I think we can lean on this group. But do I really want my third Patriot? That's kind of painful. I guess it doesn't matter if they outscore their ADP. I think I have to go Parker here. I just have so many spike week guys. Like Cortland Sutton's going to put up, 4 spike weeks and then a bunch of games under 8 points. Same thing with Cooks. I think he's going to disappear for a lot of zeros this season, but then have those spike weeks. And then Mike Williams, obviously, it's Mike Willie. He goes big or he goes home. Consistent, pretty consistent, but we'll see with JSN. Spike week guy. I think we had to add another receiver. Slayton. I think it's a luxury pick. You can go either way. I think you could really go RB here or receiver. And the fact that we get Devontae Parker back at his old ADP in the last round feels good, especially because I definitely missed out on those shares on Devontae Parker in the last round. So that feels like a good click. 23 picks, 22 picks after ADP. That feels good. We can cover Ben's squad when this draft ends, but we ended off with Justin Herbert and Daniel Jones, Pat Freiermuth, Chiggy, and Hunter Henry. Just a balanced group. It's not the sexiest group, but Chiggy out there and living on 11s says a lot about the team's trust in him. Barkley, Stevenson, Algier, Singletary, and Spears. Diggs, Mike Willie, Lockett, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, Rashee Rice, Slayton, and Devontae Parker. That was a fun one. What happened at 153? So I went Chiggy. I could have gone Gerald Everett. I think that was the mistake. I should have gone Gerald Everett with 153. But I think with Chiggy falling at this price, where early drafters were drafting him at like 121, 122, like that range, I think I do want a little bit of late Chiggy myself. That's sort of where my brain went on that pick. This was a fun one, though. This was a super, super fun one. Algier fell all the way to like what, guys? Like 162, 165? And then he got steamed back up to 136. Crazy. He's been on a roller coaster himself this offseason. Same thing with Hyatt. All right, let's refresh this one and let's pull up. Look how many drafts. Just okay. So we have 15 left. And let's mark this one. So when we win, we can all come back and celebrate and say, hey, you were here to see this. It'll probably be Ben that wins, though. So we'll just celebrate Ben. Live episode 51. Let's go. Appreciate you guys coming out. If you haven't already, go down, drop a like on the live stream. If you want to jump in these live drafts with us, you guessed it. Hit the bell for notifications. Let's go. Ben in the 7th spot. Deshaun Watson and Bryce Young. Little thin at tight end or QB, but relying on Deshaun Watson. Hawkinson, Ingram, and Juwan Johnson. Very strong. Can probably stop just at these two. But this puts the room over the top for sure. Bijan, Pollard, Jacobs, Akers, and Foreman. I like what you did here. So you went super early RBs. 3 early RBs. Akers falling 8 picks. You go Foreman falling. So this is like really well balanced. Really well balanced. Now the receivers. 8. Judy, Godwin, Tony, Zay Jones, Gallup, DJ Shark, Alec Pierce, and Tillman. And one thing I want to stress, like not the strongest group, obviously based on, going elite tight end, going 3 early RBs. But if you notice the way he drafts, right? Like spike week guy, floor, but hopefully a higher floor than last season with Tom Brady throwing it 4 yards. Tony, who's a spike week guy, speculation type pick. You get him at 114. That's sort of where I'm picking him, is in that 112 plus range myself. Zay Jones, spike week guy. Gallup, red zone dude. DJ Chark, potential wide receiver 1 is Ben's take for Carolina. Also pairs him with Bryce Young, which feels good. Alec Pierce, spike week dude, 6'3" or 6'4", super fast 40. And Cedric Tillman, who could be coming for DPJ's job at the end of the season, pairs him with Deshaun Watson, puts this team in a bow. Would we want another receiver instead of Juwan Johnson? It depends who goes there. I think it really depends who goes there. Like, I'd probably pick Parker. Like, I'd rather have Devontae Parker on this team than Juwan Johnson. But who knows, right? So you're leaning into your top 2 guys and then one other to spike. Because, I mean, this price on Judy is no more like, okay, he's going to pop off a couple games. Like, we are paying for Judy to be that guy. That's his price this season. I think that's what scares me the most and sort of why I'm soft fading him now. I got my early exposure when he was a little cheaper. I think I have to soft fade him. Getting him at 42 is better. That definitely feels good. Cleveland versus the Jets. No, I don't see a bring back, but that's fine. That game's going to be probably pretty ugly anyways. I think that was it for the Pounders. My God. So just one tonight, fellas. I appreciate everyone coming out. If you guys haven't already, go down, drop a like on the live stream. If you're feeling generous, drop a comment when the video posts in a few seconds after we get off. And I appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Pounders.